Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostle elders, a great millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, out there laboring and doing this work in truth and sincerity. And this lesson ain't gonna be too long. This is just, addressing E's hate for you Israelites, for us Israelites, and we have the scriptures as our comfort, knowing that the Most High promised that Esau is going to receive his judgment for all of the wicked acts that he has done against us, being the children of Israel, and that he will receive a recompense for all of his wickedness. Okay? And, it's evident that his kingdom is nearing his final end, and we can only come to expect that Esau is going to show his horns more and more as Babylon, which is America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Holy Bible, comes to its final end. Esau is going to show, his true hatred for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which comprise of the house of Jacob, who are the Israelites, according to the Bible. And we know that, the Most High has promised us an everlasting kingdom. So this place here in America, is not our resting place. We have to remember that even to this day, we're prisoners of war. Whether if you are the Northern Kingdom, the Latin tribes that's been taken over on this land, or if you're the Southern Kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, or the so-called Negroes that's been brought and kidnapped and brought over here, we're still captive prisoners of war. So the racism and the hatred that's being displayed to this day, is a sign that, we're still in captivity and we're in the land of our enemies. Okay? So here you see Genesis, the 27th chapter and the 41st verse. And this is going into, the blessing that Jacob and Esau received. Okay? It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. Okay? When you read the story of Jacob and Esau from Genesis, the 25th chapter, all the way to the 27th verse, you find out that Esau gave up his birthright, and that the Most High set it up to where Jacob could receive the blessing from Isaac, and that blessing was the everlasting blessing for the kingdom of heaven that Esau, missed out on, that Esau, was intercepted from. And who is Esau today? Esau is these Edomites, the red people walking around the face of the earth that call themselves so-called white. Okay? And that hatred is born upon, these Edomites today, and is shown against you tribes. Okay? So that's a spiritual sign to those who are spiritually able to receive it. This is the origin of it. Okay? It says, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob, which Esau, wasn't able to fulfill at that time. But we can see that on the nation of Edom, who are these so-called white people, that they bear that hatred against you tribes, okay, to this very day. Now, consciously, they don't recognize it. They may not be spiritual enough to see it, but the Most High is the one that set this thing in order. He's the one who controls all of this, okay? It said, um, it says, and these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Okay? I mean, this is the goal of the elites. This is the goal of Edomite supremacy in general, is to kill you Israelites. Okay? It's to keep y'all from possibly receiving the promises that the Heavenly Father promised us as a nation of people. You know? The elites of these Edomites, they know that their kingdom is being brought down. They know that we're the Israelites. They know that we're the people of the Most High. They know who they enslaved and told that you were just niggers and spicks, you know, that you were nobodies. Okay? They knew exactly, you know, who they were coming up against. They knew they were coming up against the people of the Lord. This is Hosea 1:10. It says, Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there shall be sold. Let me say it, Salakia. There shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power. Okay? So, you know, it's being declared that we're the children of Israel out of the mouth of the Lord's servants and his prophets. You know, letting you know that, you know, according to biblical prophecy, we was going to go into captivity, but now we're receiving our heritage again, knowing that we're the princes of God, that we're the chosen of the Most High. Okay? It says, Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. And how is the Most High doing that? He's gathering us through his word, through the men bringing out this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And you Israelites are starting to wake up all across the world knowing who you are, of Negro, Indian, and Latino descent. You know, and to those of, you know, who are of a speckled bird being mingled amongst all these nations, because the Spirit will bear witness with you. Okay? And appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Okay? So when the Lord delivers us, you know, Yahweh Shai is going to be set over us and our king, which is King David in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And we're going to have everlasting rulership. Okay? So right now, to those of you who is getting this truth, who is accepting that, you know, you're an Israelite and reclaiming your heritage, you know, be proud of that fact. You know, this is Ecclesiastes 5:8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. Okay? So Most High sees what Esau mainly and all of these other nations who, you know, unjustly put to death Israelites here in America and all across the world. You know, the Most High sees it, and the Most High is going to bring judgment. Okay? But we have to continue in faith in that, knowing that, waiting upon him and, you know, coming back to him so that way he can go to war before our enemies. Okay? This is Jeremiah 51 and 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. And the word, the Lord, Yahweh Tazabawath, the word Tazabawath means armies. Okay? So that's what that word host is going into. Because the Most High is a man of war. Okay? This is Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. Who is the Most High's battle axe and weapons of war? The elect of the nation of Israel that's going to receive those spiritual powers. Okay? That's going to take Esau apart when that time comes. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. So once the elect is given those spiritual powers, it don't matter if they coming with tanks, they coming with helicopters, they coming with drones, they coming with all of their military might. Once the elect receive those spiritual powers, it's gonna be a wrap for Esau. Because Esau's blessing, which is the sword, which is his carnal blessing, can't overpower, the spirit of the Most High being put on us. Okay? Just like the Most High did miracles to deliver us out of the first Egypt, he's going to do miracles in this last Egypt. Okay? It says, with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. Okay? So yes, the Lord is going to use the elect of the nation of Israel to bring these Edomites as well as these other nations rulerships down. Okay? Especially once he sends Yahushua and the angels to deliver his elect throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Ezekiel 35 and 3. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And Mount Seir is representing the nation of Edom once again. And the Most High said that he's going to stretch out his hand against you. Okay? Because America is going to be destroyed, okay, from off the face of the earth. And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. I mean, because we're at the end of our captivity, in a time where Yahushua is coming to deliver us, and we can only come to expect that Esau is going to be more of the devil that he is, and shedding our blood and showing his hatred even more. Okay? We're in a time where, prophecies is going to be fulfilled as far as these race war taking place. And you're going to see Esau and Jacob, going head to head, It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right? And that's what's coming to you, Edomites, okay? For so long, Jake didn't resist you. It was pretty much damned if we do, damned if we don't, whether if we cooperated, whether if we didn't fight back, or whether if we did fight back. The Most High gave you devils complete, rule and, allowed you Edomites to shed our blood indiscriminately. But now it's coming to a point where the Lord is going to put the spirit to rouse Jacob. And yes, blood is going to pursue you. Okay? This is Revelations 13:10. It says, he that leadeth into captivity, you led the nation of Israel into captivity, shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right? So, us being the saints, us who know the truth, we're calling on the Most High to bring Babylon the Great, which is America, down, and to put you Edomites, as well as you other nations, into captivity, so that we can be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai ruling over you. All right? That's our patience, and that's our faith, being the saints of the Most High. Okay? And you Edomites will experience that everlasting shame and torment for all of your hatred that you brought against us. Okay? So with that, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostle as a great millstone. And hope you Akim out there was edified. And with that, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.